Hey adventurers, it's Rosealyn. Welcome to Assemble with Care. Let's take a little break and actually just, play a game for once. We've been doing so many first looks and checking out so many cozy games that I'm ready to just slow down a little bit and go on an adventure with you. So let's take a break today and check out Assemble with Care. So we've got a mixtape, Maria's mixtape. Cool. Here we go. So we're restoring antiques.
After a year on the road, I thought I'd get tired of traveling. The endless clatter of railways, highways, and everything in between. But as my train pulled into the station at Bellariva, I felt every bit as excited as the first day of my journey. A whole year. It felt like a lifetime. The places I'd seen, the people I'd met, of course, the forgotten treasures I'd given a new lease of life along the way.
How cool of a job would that be to just travel around the world and fix up old antiques, heirlooms?
I'm a restorer by trade. Bringing our most beloved possessions back to life is what I love to do. I'd been traveling for months, working my way from one town to the next, fixing everything from family heirlooms to VCRs. Bellariva was my chance to take a break. Unfortunately, that would have to wait until after I'd unpacked.
Oh, so we're kind of trying to take a vacation. I see. Shall we get unpacked? Click the suitcase to pick it up. Okay. Can I have my coffee first? Oh, that's the pause menu. That's so cool. What a creative way to pause the game. I love that. Okay. How to unpack the suitcase. Flip. Oh, she packs so nicely.
I picked up these sunglasses on my last stop. Hopefully I'm cool enough to pull them off.
Oh, you are, girl. Especially with these earrings. These look like earrings to me.
I saw a guitarist wearing these at a show once. Rock and roll repair woman at your service.
Can't go anywhere without our passport.
The tools of my trade. No hope of restoring things without these.
Indeed. Gotta look like a grown woman.
My parents took this after I made my first repair. Seems like a lifetime ago.
Picture camera.
More close-ups of my fingers with this.
Gotta show what our work looks like.
Once I'm settled in. Fingers crossed they get me some work.
There's some flyers and our work clothes. Nicely packed, Maria. Aventura Classic.
Finally, I'd made it to Bellariva. I'd come for the food festival, taking place in a few days' time.
Sounds so fun.
After living off TV dinners and instant ramen for the last few months, I was craving a decent meal.
That's something that I want to do. That's something that's on my bucket list. I absolutely love watching Korean food cart videos and Japanese food cart videos. I would love sometime to be able to travel the world with folks who know the area, who call different places home, and for them to introduce me to all the local food. I would just, that would be a dream come true, that's for sure. But I could feel that. TV dinners and instant ramen. Oh.
Of course, I'd need to earn enough money to pay for it, so I figured I'd head out the next day and find some work. My parents never wanted me to go. They wanted me to stay in their shop and have a simple, stationary life. I knew there was a world out there, beyond the four walls of our antique store, that I had to be a part of.
1979. What a cool time to travel.
I daydreamed constantly about the weird and wonderful places each of our antiques came from. I loved figuring out their stories, revealing the memories hidden beneath the screws and wires.
That's the best part. My dad works as a contractor for a hardware company, and he goes out and he helps folks restore their homes, specifically to put new windows in their homes. And the amount of people that he comes across and the stories of the old houses, he absolutely loves it, and it's so interesting.
My story in Bellariva began with a little girl and a voice she was longing to hear.
Oh, if it's gonna be a music box, I might cry. I love music boxes. Okay, we've made it. Oh, day 2? Ah, lullaby. Maybe we're fixing a
It was my
cassette
first
holder
morning in Bellariva,
player?
and I couldn't wait to leave my hotel and explore. It was a quiet town, its streets and alleyways basking peacefully in the hot morning sun. In the main square, meanwhile, preparations were underway for the festival in a few days' time. As I handed out my flyers, I wondered what the people of Bellariva would need me to fix. So far, everything here seemed perfect. I was starting to worry I'd made a mistake when I felt someone tapping me on the back.
Hi, I'm Izzy. Do you know how to fix things?
Hi, Izzy.
It was a little girl, maybe 7 years old, who must have gotten hold of one of my flyers. She rummaged around in her backpack until she hauled out a battered red cassette deck.
Uh-oh.
My tape is broken and I can't make it work anymore.
Ruh-roh, let's see what we can do.
I tried to fix it myself, but there's this metal thing in the way. Can you try?
Absolutely we can try, Izzy. Let's see. What have we got here? Let's put this in the middle. Can we go ahead and fix up the cassette tape? I know a good pencil will do the trick for those. Maybe we start there. There we go.
Why did you do that?
We gotta put the tape back in.
How did you do that? I didn't see.
All fixed on that end. Now, what about this guy? Will it work?
Still not working. Something else must be wrong.
Huh. Okay. Can we take our tape out? I'd love to give this a flip. There we go. Oh, this is like right up my alley, guys. Oh, love this. Let's take the back off.
Aha! Those batteries look like they need replacing. I have some spares.
That's a good place to start, is the batteries. Let's give this a little turn so we can have... Ooh! So we can have better access. Let's pop some new power in here. And we can put the back on. There we go. And give it a try now. Oh, it says it's powered. Let's give it a try.
Will you dream a dream for me? If I sit by your side and hold you so tight, know that I will always love you.
Aww.
Those screws still need to be put back.
Yes. We just wanted to make sure it worked first. Okay, let's grab our screw here. And there we go. All back together and working again. The Minato cassette recorder. All fixed.
When it finished, Izzy picked up the tape deck and tucked it carefully into her backpack.
Thanks, Maria. You're the best person at fixing things ever.
No problem. Who was that singing? They're very good.
It's my mum. She's not here anymore.
Oh, bless her
Izzy
heart.
trailed off. It was the kind of silence a cassette tape would never be enough to fill. When Izzy's friends called for her, she dug deep into her pockets, looking for something to pay me with. Eventually, she produced a grand total of a stick of gum, 3 mismatched buttons, and a yo-yo. I usually preferred a check, but Izzy looked so serious, I wrote out a full receipt.
Good on her for being a mature adult and trying to pay.
She seemed like a happy kid, but beneath it all, part of her life had been shattered.
I'm glad we were able to repair that for her.
A part I wouldn't be able to fix.
But we did help. Ah, so touching. Chapter 2, Lullaby. We're on to Chapter 3. Ooh. Shattered. Let's see what this one's going to be about.
My first repair complete, I spent the rest of the day doing small jobs in and around the square. I was exhausted when I got back to my hotel and found a message asking me to make one more visit. The address led me to a quaint little house, a stone's throw from the beach. Bathed in the evening light, it looked beautiful, in spite of its flaking paintwork and chipped tiles. The front door was opened by a harried-looking man, still dressed from a long day at the office.
Are you Maria? My name's Joseph. I'm Isabel's father.
Oh, Izzy's dad.
I'm so sorry she bothered you this morning. Please, come in. I'd like to settle up properly.
On the mantelpiece, I saw the remains of a broken statue. Without thinking, I picked up a fragment.
Ah, my father's statue. What's left of it, at least. Yet another way I'd have disappointed him.
Ouch.
It survived 100 years in this family. But 5 minutes with Isabel and... Do you think you can salvage it?
Absolutely. Let's see what we can do. All right, so we've got a bunch of pieces here. Looks like we've got a hat. What piece am I looking at?
Will you be able to see the glue afterwards? I don't want people seeing the cracks.
We'll do our best so you won't see them. Okay, so this is a chest piece. So let's start maybe here at the top. Can we glue this surface? There we go. And then we need this part here.
Is this glue really strong enough to hold everything together?
We'll give it a shot and see. It might be. I bet you Maria has some pretty good glue in that toolbox of hers. How about an arm next? I think that'll be a good piece. Or maybe it's this one that goes on. Okay, let's give a little bit of glue. And it is this one. I was right. There we go. Very nice. Almost halfway there. Okay. Do this side. And let's see. Yeah, this piece deceivingly looked a lot smaller. Right. Top half is done. Let's get our bottom half here. Let's see. That'll do it. There we go. Almost done. Right, and then this leg. There we go.
Sometimes I think my daughter should come with a warning label.
I feel like all kids should come with a warning label, my friend. Ah, this was his foot. Oh, I see it's the pedestal on which he stands. All right, let's get foot there. Hey, look, it's a little R. And finish him off. There he be. What porcelain statue? Good as new.
Thank you, Maria. It looks as perfect as it ever did. My father wanted me to make something of myself. He didn't have time for anything less.
Oh, you've already made something of yourself. Had Izzy.
As Joseph put the statue back on the shelf, it nudged against the family portrait stood proudly next to it. So he was Bellariva's mayor.
Oh.
And that was Izzy's mom. They must both miss her so much.
Couldn't imagine.
Sorry. I'm a little tired. I've been working late getting things sorted for the festival. There's only a few days to go. Looks like I'll be working late. Again.
When I told my parents I wanted to leave, they always found an excuse to be busy, to avoid talking about it. I guess keeping themselves occupied was their way of pretending it wasn't happening.
I think that's something that we all do, is that we keep ourselves busy when we're stressed. And when something bothers us, we think, oh, if I can just keep my mind occupied, it won't be so bad. But sometimes being able to face things is the better way.
Joseph's work must have been taking up so much of his time. But maybe that was what he wanted. I just hoped he was finding enough time for Izzy, too.
It's really easy to get lost in work. I'm really bad about that, too. Ooh, Telephone, rotary phone, disconnected, chapter 4.
My second day in Bellariva dawned bright and clear. Another beautiful sunny morning. Walking into town, I passed cafes overflowing with customers cradling their morning coffees. I stopped, breathing in the smell of roasted coffee beans and freshly baked pastries.
How funny, I just finished my coffee and man, could I go for a pastry. Maybe a cinnamon roll. Oh my goodness.
I was about to go inside when the owner of Carmen's, the cafe next door, stopped me.
Hello, Maria? Were you here yesterday handing out flyers? I have a job for you.
Oh, Carmen needs some help.
Her place was petite, tucked between its competitors as if hoping they wouldn't notice. Judging by the empty tables inside, though, her potential customers hadn't noticed it either.
Row.
It's a bit slow today, but we're just getting started. I'm sure it'll pick up soon.
As Carmen chatted, she walked over to the counter and returned with an old rotary phone.
At least I've got plenty of time to practice my recipe for the festival. It's a new special I've been working on. I was hoping to call my sister for some, seasoning tips, but it won't connect.
Row. Let's see what we can do.
Can you see if you can figure out what's wrong?
Absolutely. Let's take a peek. All right. Let's take the receiver off.
You can fix it, can't you? I can't afford to replace it.
I totally understand.
Obviously, we'd normally be much busier than this.
Don't worry your head about that. A nice, peaceful place to work. That's how I like it. You guys ever go hang out at coffee shops sometimes? I really enjoy going and working in a place where there's a little bit of people noise, you know, plates clattering every once in a while. It's very refreshing. I hope that videos like this can give you that sort of relaxed feeling as you go about your day. And I know that if I've done that, done my job. Okay, let's see. We've got a screw here in the middle. Let's go ahead and pop that one out. Let's see here. Oh, looks like we have a chip that needs replaced. Let's take the wire off and go ahead and pop that out and replace that. We'll need a brand new wire. I think that was to here. Yes, and we need, what was it, one more wire? Looks like we have a bell that needs to come off as well. Let's go ahead and pop that off. I get so distracted. I like to fix it all at once. All right, let's put that new one on. Now it'll ring correctly. We like that. Okay, and pop the screw back in. Whoops. One more little turn. How about that? There we go. Can we take the old wire out? Seems like we need one more wire, right? Maybe if we put this in the center here. Ooh-wee. There we go. There it went. All right. And now we can replace this over here.
These connections aren't quite right. I should check the wiring.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pop this one in. And now we got two green
Looks like this
lights.
new circuit board is all hooked up.
All fixed. Let's pop the rotary section back on. And remember, we got to screw this one back in. And then we can replace the base. And we have a couple more screws. There we go. This is really, really refreshing. I love the storytelling in this game and getting to share stories with you guys.
Something is still missing.
Something missing? Oh, did I not plug the the receiver back in correctly? Let's take this back out. Let's see here. And give this a turn. There we go. There we go.
I should make sure I screw everything back together.
One screw at a time, my friends. Once begun is half done. I had a mentor when I was in dental school. He takes care of my family now with their dental needs. He always told me, how do you eat an elephant? One forkful at a time.
When I handed the phone back to Carmen, she seemed almost reluctant to take it from me.
So it's all working now, is it? I don't have to leave it to dry or let it cool down?
Nope, it's ready to go. It'll be ringing off the hook in no time.
That's if I can pay my phone bill, anyway. And the rent, and the suppliers. Anyway, take a seat and I'll be right with you. Your coffee's on the house.
I sat at one of the empty tables, while at the counter, Carmen had started dialing the phone.
Hello? How's my favourite sister doing today?
As she talked, Carmen became more and more tense. This didn't seem like a call for some cooking advice.
I know I still owe you from last time, but I can't afford to take part in the festival if I don't pay.
I could almost feel the eye roll at the other end of the line.
You don't need to be here, though. Can't you just put the check in the post?
When the call ended, Carmen brought me my coffee, her hands trembling.
Sorry about that. My sister's decided to fly in for a visit. Oh God, I have to get ready.
Oh, I bet she wants to make her sister so proud.
Actually, I might have another job for you. Can you come by tomorrow?
Absolutely. I'd love to help out again, Carmen. All right, to chapter 5. Ooh, this one's a camera in focus. Let's go.
The next day, I'd promised Carmen I'd return to help her get the cafe ready for her sister's arrival. I was about to set out when I received an unexpected call from my hotel's reception desk. Apparently, another guest had asked for me by name.
Oh?
Curious, I took the creaking elevator up to the top floor and made my way to the room number they'd given. I knocked.
Are you here about the camera? It's about time.
Oh, goodness.
The woman in front of me was immaculate. Not a hair out of place or a crease to be seen.
My sister tells me you know how to fix things.
Oh.
But in this town...
So Helena is Carmen's sister?
So this was Carmen's sister? The two of them couldn't have been more different.
I can see why she wants to make her proud.
Inside her room, I saw a beautiful reflex camera. Any professional photographer's dream.
The viewfinder is completely dark. I can't see anything through it at all. I assume you can figure out what's wrong?
Sure, let's take a look. All right, so we got a screw here on the front. Let's start there. And looks like we've got some screws here on the top. Let's go ahead and take those out as well. And I see one more on the side. Always start with the screws. And I love that Maria has a little cup here for all of her screws. That's something that my parents taught me when I was younger.
I don't suppose you fixed anything this valuable before.
Maybe, maybe not. I'm sure she's watching us work with a little bit of anxiety. Something that's precious to you. You get a little concerned. Oh, the mirror is broken, my friend. Let's get you a new mirror. There we go.
Use the screwdriver. I could adjust the angle of the mirror.
Yep, and of course that's got to be just right. So let's go ahead and pop this in. And there we go. Perfect. So mirrors are used in cameras, in some cameras, to be able to reflect the light for the picture that you're taking. So in this case, it's showing that the picture that you're seeing through the camera is reflected off the mirror and up through the viewfinder. So you can see what you're taking a picture of. Very cool, isn't it? All right, let's see. This piece can go back on, I believe. Let's swap here. Onto the back. We want to make sure to hide that precious mirror. It's very important. Okay, and our top piece. Oh, and looks like we need to put our film in as well. I totally forgot about the film cartridge. That's something that a lot of cameras these days, like my Canon that I use for filming for you guys, does not use film. We've kind of moved into that digital age.
Now the viewfinder should be working.
Where a lot of folks don't use film anymore. Some photographers do enjoy using film cameras. I don't think I've actually seen one in person. But we fixed this one right up. Linux U2G58.
I felt a pang of envy as I handed the camera to Helena. I put my disposable to shame.
Mm-hmm.
I picked it up on my first trip to Paris. It's a 1958 limited edition, the first of its kind.
Ooh.
It cost me 3 months' salary, but
Oof.
it was worth it.
It's a lifelong companion.
I had no idea what 3 months' salary meant to Helena, but I was pretty sure it was more than I could afford.
Mm-hmm.
It was strange, really, that we were even staying in the same hotel. I'd picked this place because it was cheap and cheerful, but surely she could afford somewhere better?
Some people who are well put together are also very hard on themselves and tight on a budget. So they're able to afford the nice things by being very financially savvy. And this might be exactly what Carmen's sister's doing.
She took some test shots, fiddling with the camera settings until she was absolutely satisfied.
This work is immaculate.
Glad you like it.
There's one person in this town who knows what they're doing. Sending you to me might be the first thing Carmen's actually gotten right.
I wondered why Helena had bothered coming if she thought so little of her sister.
I hear nothing from her for weeks, and then when she finally does call me, all she wants is money. If she thinks I'm lending her another penny, she'll have to convince me it's not a total waste of time.
That didn't sound good. If Hurricane Helena was about to hit, I hoped Carmen was ready.
Oof. I wonder if Helena is the older sister and Carmen is the younger one with big dreams. Oh, are we gonna fix Carmen's sign? This is chapter 6, In the Dark.
The sun was setting over Bellariva by the time I reached Carmen's cafe. From the outside, it looked as quiet as ever, but inside, I found Carmen cleaning like her life depended on it.
Yeah, a festival is a huge way to get new customers in.
Maria! Oh, don't mind all of this. If Helena finds one speck of dust in here, I'll never hear the end of it.
Carmen seemed pleased to see me, but I sensed the fidgeting tension beneath each sweep of her mop. Trying to live up to the standards of someone like Helena seemed like an impossible task.
I hope you didn't mind fixing the camera for her. She was furious when it broke. I really need this to go well. If she doesn't lend me the money, I don't know how long I can keep this place going.
Carmen led me to a back room, where she'd laid out the components of what looked like a neon sign.
I had this made when I first opened the cafe, but I'm hopeless with electronics.
So there was supposed to be a sign outside. This might explain the lack of customers.
Yep, marketing is
I'd like
big.
to put it up before Helena gets here. Can you give it a try?
Sure, let's see what we can do. Okay, so we've got our base here. Can we give it a flip? All right, you guys know I like to start here by disassembling what we have. I'm gonna start from the base of what we've got, right? Make things a little simpler. All right, let's take the back off here. Let's see, we've got some wires to hook up. Are we missing a... Aha. I think this guy is supposed to go... Pink. On the back there with an attachment. Oh, we need to glue this down first. I see. We don't have any screws to hold that down, so we got to make sure that that stays where it's supposed to. Let's hook that up there. Now we have power to our lights. And we can go ahead and start putting her components in. So this is really cool. Neon signs actually work by being a certain type of gas. Of course, I'm simplifying this, so bear with me. That is within the tube, and that determines its color. Isn't that so cool? Can we go ahead and flip the back on? I thought there was an ice cream cone on the front. Are we missing an ice cream cone piece? Oops, didn't mean to take that off. That's all right. Pop it back on. Pop. Think. Are we working? Yeah. Looks good. A couple of bits are...
Flat. Maybe if it flashes, it'll really catch people's eye.
Yeah? Okay.
Great idea. I think I have a spare part that could do that.
Let's do that. Okay. Flip her over. Let's add an extra component here to make it flash for Carmen. I don't know why I sat on this game for so long, guys. This is like so enjoyable. I love sitting here with y'all and just... I keep wanting to take that C off. Okay, it's off now. I love sitting here with you guys and playing some new stuff. Okay, so this one is the flash. Do I need to connect it this way or just like this? Am I getting a flash now? Let's put the C back on.
The whole thing is supposed to light up.
Yeah. Trust the process, Carmen. Trust the process. Okay, we're not getting the flash. So let's see here. We might have to do this. Yeah. Okay, and now we give it a try. Yeah. There we go. We got it.
It still needs something else. Maybe we can add one of these.
Aha. Absolutely. Absolutely we can. Which one did you like? I know that, see, I wish one was a coffee because she offered me coffee, but that's like a martini glass. Then there's a pizza one and a ice cream cone. Let's see here. Maybe put this one here. And there we go. So everything is lit up and we've got the flashing module working. Let's give this a turn. I'm gonna go with the ice cream cone. Let's see what she says. Let's give it a little test. Oh, that looks so nice with the sprinkles. What do you think?
I'll screw everything together again and you'll be set.
She seems happy with it. No complaints. We like the sound of that. Right, and one last screw. And we're good to go. Carmen's neon sign, all ready to go. The flash really does sell it, doesn't it?
The sign fixed, we headed outside and mounted it carefully over the cafe door.
Oh, that's perfect, Maria. It looks just how I imagined it. When I had this sign made, it all seemed so simple. Oh, I can't believe I might have to give it all up. I hope I've done enough.
The smile froze on her face as she spotted something over my shoulder.
Sister, I'm assuming.
Of course, my sister owns the only cafe in this entire town that isn't actually open.
For better or worse, Helena had arrived.
Hurricane Helena.
Carmen opened her mouth to explain, but Helena swept indifferently past her. Finally pausing in the doorway, she turned back towards Carmen.
The first thing we're doing is getting rid of that hideous sign.
Oh.
And with that, she disappeared inside. I hoped Carmen's chances of saving the cafe hadn't disappeared with her.
It was a good idea, Carmen. Oh. All right. Chapter 7. It's a Game Boy playing up. Let's go.
It was the day before the festival, and the whole town was busy getting ready. I had more work than I knew what to do with. When Joseph called with another job, I was craving the cool quiet of his and Izzy's seafront house.
Oh, the mayor calling again.
I barely reached their front door when I heard someone calling me.
Psst, Maria, I need your help. Quickly, it's top secret.
Oh, top secret project.
It was Izzy, peeking out from the side of the house. She beckoned for me to follow her. She led me through to a beautiful, unruly garden overflowing with flowers of every color. Nestled among them was a playhouse, its doorway almost completely obscured by a towering rose bush.
Ah, a little Eden.
You have to squeeze past it and breathe in real small, like this.
Izzy took in a big gulp of air and crawled through the gap and into the playhouse. I hadn't planned on crawling in the dirt today, but the life of a repairwoman never did run smooth. On the table inside, there was an electronic toy. Not exactly the usual stock in my parents' antique shop.
I had an accident. I didn't do it on purpose or anything, but it won't turn on anymore. Can you fix it for me?
Oh, yeah, let's give it a shot. Okay, I gotta show you mine. Okay, hold on. Hold. So these are my Game Boys. This is our Game Boy Pocket. And my brother and I played this. You can actually, in Sharpie on the back is my maiden name. It's really funny. I didn't notice that until just now. These haven't been turned on for years. It says power, but I don't have a game in it. No games. And then I've got a Game Boy Advance SP. This is my brother's, and he handed it down to me. And then I also have my DS. And this one has been with me for a long time. I've gone through, I think, 2 of these. And my brother had 2 red ones, and I've always liked the blue. So I like to keep them. I think I've got Harvest Moon in this one. Yeah. But that brings back some awesome memories. We had a lime green Game Boy Color. And I wonder where I've put that one. I wonder if my brother Chris has it. He probably does. Back onto their little stands we go. Let's see if we can't help Izzy. Oh, looks like her A button needs switched and her screen is cracked. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and separate some of these pieces here. Take a peek. So let's see. We've got sound, the picture, lights, sound, picture. Ooh, looks like we've got a fried module as well. Okay. Let's go ahead and undo these and take out the sound module and put that back in. And let's see. That is, whoop. This one goes over here. This middle one is sound and the bottom one is picture. Okay, looks like this one also needs replaced. I still remember the green Game Boy that we had. I think it got left outside. We had a treehouse in the backyard. And I think one of us left it outside by accident. It still ended up working. I was very surprised. All right, and then we need this one right here. Here we go. All 3 green lights are lit up. Let's go ahead and replace that A button if we can. Do we need to? Maybe it's underneath this panel here. It is. There we go. Whoops. There. All right. Now we connect these back up. All 3 lights. Yeah. All right. So we've got to figure out how to fix the screen as well. That's underneath these components. See, I got ahead of myself. That's okay. It's like I said before, go back to the simplest things, right? Go back to the simplest part. Our fixed module there. And put it in here. So now our screen is going to be working. Oh, it's so nice looking. And we fixed the A button. All right, everything's hooked up. We've got green lights. So let's go ahead and pop our back on. I'm surprised this has no batteries. Interesting. Put the cartridge in.
Do grown-ups play games as well?
I do. there we go. Pop and play. How cool.
Can you show me how to play? I tried before, but it was so hard.
Let's see what we can do. Oh. A chicken. Did we get a friend? Take a picture with A. Here we go. Got it. Got a picture of a bird. Looks like a fun game. Yokoi Pop and Play game console. How cool is that?
Her toy fixed, I watched Izzy retreat into its screen, taking refuge in a 3-inch world of her own. Well, I'd better head inside. Your dad is waiting for me.
Please don't tell him about the game. He'll think I broke it on purpose.
Why would he think that?
Because, well, I kind of dropped it really hard at the wall.
Izzy looked down, scuffing her shoes on the worn floor of the playhouse.
My dad said I have to go to this stupid festival tomorrow and put on a stupid dress, and I don't want to. All he cares about is working. He never wants to see me unless it's for his job. I'm not going. He can't make me.
Oh, bless her heart.
With that, Izzy dove back through the rosebush and disappeared into the wilds of the garden. She was so young. She couldn't be expected to see that her dad was struggling too.
Yeah.
It made me think. Had I really tried hard enough to understand my parents' point of view?
Ooh, getting deep. Getting deep. There's a lot that parents give up for us as kids. And it's something that it is hard to see, Maria, how much they sacrifice for us.
I was so focused on the adventures ahead of me. Maybe I didn't care enough about leaving them behind.
Ooh, a pocket watch next. Momentary. So is this Joseph's watch?
Leaving Izzy hiding in the garden, I walked around to the front of the house and rang the doorbell. It was only then I noticed my favorite overalls covered in grass stains. I scrubbed desperately, but it was too late.
Maria, what are you doing? What happened to your clothes?
I was, repairing a lawnmower.
How unusual. Well, do come in. The job I've got for you is a little more delicate.
Totally embarrassed, I walked into an orderly room filled with papers and ledgers. So this was his office.
That's what overalls are for, my friends. They're for getting dirty.
You must be so busy getting ready for the festival. Are you looking forward to it?
Of course. It's traditional for the mayor to judge food from every cafe
Sounds
and restaurant
fun.
in town. I'll be declaring the best chef in Bellariva by this time tomorrow. Speaking of which...
He unclipped the watch from his wrist and very carefully handed it to me.
I'll have a tight schedule to follow, but my watch stopped working a while ago. Could you see if you can make it tick again?
Absolutely. Let's check all the gears and check the battery. Looks like we've got a watch face that needs replaced. Let's go ahead and take that off.
I'm not sure it will all fit back together.
Yes. This is something, again, that my parents taught me. Take pictures of everything as you take something apart. Let's see. Give this a turn. Love always. Oh, wonder if this was a gift from his wife. Oh, how sweet. Couple more screws here. Take off the back. And let's take a peek. Looks like we've got some components that need need replacing.
The main plate has completely cracked. I need to replace it.
There we go.
Cogs look good though. If I'm careful, I can reuse those.
All right. Let's go ahead and pop these back in. I'm glad that it's helping me put these in because I can't quite remember where they were supposed to go. Let's take these off. We can reuse those. It's just this back main plate that holds the cogs in place that is cracked. So let's go ahead and take these cogs off. They are perfectly fine. No need to get rid of those. Okay, and we've already replaced this section. So let's put this back here. I believe it was like this. It's not. We need something to be touching here. There we go. Much better. All right. Everything seems to be going in the right direction, right? Right? Now, this pin goes in the middle to connect it all together. There we go. And of course, we need to be able to turn this at the back. So this is where this one goes. Very nice. Should now be able to pop the glass off the base of the watch. Go. There we are. And some new glass on.
I've not gone a day without this watch since my wife gave it to me.
Well, you won't have to go another day without it, my friend. Okay, our watch face goes in. Our components go in. All right, we've got everything we need. It sounds like it's ticking correctly. It sure is. And then we can put our back plate on. And get her all put back together so it can go back on his wrist where it belongs. Thank you for trusting me with something that's so precious. Oh my goodness. Here we go. All fixed. Automatic 36.
As I handed the watch back to Joseph, my fingers traced over the engraving on the back. I hoped fixing this was one small way I could help him move forward.
I can't believe it's working, Maria. Thank you. My wife was a brilliant woman. Feeling this ticking on my wrist, it makes me feel like she's still here.
Yeah, she definitely is.
Measure minutes and hours like they're infinite. I didn't know we had so little time. Even with Isabel, I barely see her. And when I do, she acts like she hates me.
Just then, the phone rang. Even when he was at home, his work was never done.
Sorry, Maria. I have to take this. I'll see you at the festival tomorrow.
It's so hard being a single parent. I could not imagine.
As I left, I turned and saw him pacing the floor of his office, his watch glinting in the afternoon sun. I hoped its quiet ticking would at least bring him some peace during the busy days to come.
A lot of things to think about in this game. Ooh, what's our next one? Ooh, is this a projector? Looks like it, like a slide projector.
When my last job of the day brought me to Carmen's apartment, the door was opened by someone I didn't expect to see, Helena.
Sorry for inflicting this mess on you. Carmen's never seen a knick-knack she doesn't want to buy, apparently.
Carmen's apartment was a little chaotic, but totally charming. It was easy to imagine her living in a place like this. It definitely wasn't Helena's style. She seemed more upmarket than flea market. I wondered why she was even here.
We're having a clear-out, or at least I am. Carmen's not helping, as usual. There's a market at the festival tomorrow. I'm selling some of these things to make her some money.
Ah.
She says she has nothing when there's all this stuff right under her nose.
Helena stepped delicately past the items on the floor and reached down to pick up one from the pile.
Look at this slide projector. Our parents treasured it, but Carmen treats it like a piece of junk. Can you take a look?
Of course. Absolutely. You sure this is something that you'd want to get rid of? Those slides might be really important to you. Any screws on the outside? Yeah. We've got our little screw container. Right, I see some more screws over here. Let's go ahead and give it a turn. Oh, one more. All right.
Oh, typical. Carmen's even managed to get a slide stuck in here.
Oof. Looks like we need a new bulb.
That light bulb is okay. I'll need to redirect the light to the lens at the top for the projector to work.
Yep, so we got some mirror work to do again. Looks like everything here is done. I got working so quickly that I missed a voice line, but that's okay. Let's see. Let's look at these pieces one at a time. Let's start here. Here we go. And then we'll use our... Here we go. There's the mirror side. And then we turn this one so it bounces. And then we got to turn this one just a pinch so it actually goes in. Here we go. I think I had it the wrong way. There. Right?
I was so excited
Yes.
when I moved to the city. Carmen, she looks so sad. Here's the clicker you'll need to attach. God knows how Carmen broke that as well.
And then the clicker goes in this slot right here, and we can hook her up.
When we were younger, Carmen was always following me around.
Let's put these other memories in.
I suppose she looked up to me. A cool older sister.
Mm-hmm.
She used to ask me when I was coming home, but I was always too busy.
Helena was transfixed, staring at the two young sisters the projector had brought glaringly into focus.
I never meant to let her down.
But you haven't, have you? You came all this way just to help with the cafe. Plus the money.
That's the problem. There is no money. I lost my job a few months ago. My savings are almost gone. I have nothing. Carmen thinks I'll throw my checkbook at her bad decisions and make them okay. But I can't. Not this time. You know, the funny thing is, I came here wanting to tell her the truth. But she's so infuriating. How can I ask her for help when all she cares about is herself?
Helena fell silent, shrinking under the gaze of her younger self, projected onto the wall.
We drifted so far apart when I moved away. It felt like the only thing keeping us together was my bank balance.
Maybe now's a great time to reconnect.
I know I have to tell her the truth. It isn't fair. But I already lost everything else. What if I lose her too?
What have we got? Boiling point. Looks like a, oh, what's the word? It's a burner.
The day of the festival finally came, and after all my hard work, I was ready to put down my tools and pick up a fork. The smell as I entered the main square was incredible. Each stall was selling food even more delicious than the last. The competition would start any minute. Most stall holders were waiting anxiously for the mayor to pay them a visit. All of them, that was, except Carmen, who was still frantically chopping vegetables and stirring pots.
Maria! Thank God you're here. Can I ask you the world's biggest favor? Helena was supposed to help me run the stall today, but she never turned up.
Uh-oh.
I'm too ashamed to show her face. I can't believe she lied to me.
Oh no.
Carmen was stirring so furiously, she was in danger of tipping the pot over altogether.
The mayor will be here any minute for the judging, but I'm almost out of my special.
She wasn't really going to ask me, was she? Not on my day off.
Aw.
I have a stove ready to build and everything. Can you set it up and make me a spare batch?
Let's see what we can do. All right. So we've got a portable stove. That's the word I was looking for. Now, I've never put one of these together. Actually, I've actually never used one either. Let's see. This goes in the top. And then, of course, we have these metal pedestals to hold whatever we'd like to put on the stove in place. There we go.
It all fits. Now to light the gas.
All right, so the gas is held in this lower part, right? So we turn the gas on. We take a match and we strike it. Ah, I didn't have to click. Okay. Gas is on, light is on, and we can go ahead and put our pot on. We need 1 pint of stock. Let's go ahead and turn this here. Put our broth in. 1/4 of a stick of something.
I think that pot is really boiling now. Smells great, if I say so myself.
Ah, soup sounds so good.
Here are the ingredients that Carmen's given me. What to add first?
Looks like we are going to need some butter. Let's see, 2 broccoli florets. Handful of chopped tomatoes.
That looks good. I'll scoop a spoonful when I'm ready to serve.
3 wild mushrooms. Plenty of onion. And 1/4 of a stick of butter. Hope that's enough. I think that's enough. I think we're ready to do a try. 4 season soup. That sounds yummy.
My part done, Carmen took over and added the finishing touches. It was just in time, as a moment later, Joseph arrived with Izzy in tow. Carmen anxiously handed them both a serving.
That was so tasty. Can I have some more, please?
Someone seems to not mind being at the festival so much now.
Well, you've certainly earned yourself a loyal customer in my daughter. We have a few more meals to taste, but so far you are one of the best. Good luck.
Oh, that must be so encouraging.
Joseph and Izzy looked so happy together. Maybe the festival was doing them some good after all.
Yeah, some time together doing something fun.
Carmen, on the other hand, seemed annoyed. But why, when it had all gone so well?
I wish Helena was here to see this. She's so convinced I'll never succeed at anything.
She wants what's best for you. She's just not very tactful about it.
Yes, I know. Even when I was a kid, she pushed me when no one else did. I just wish she hadn't lied to me. But then, I've asked so much of her over the years. I never stopped to think how much she actually had to give.
I love how this game is making me think about how much I give to others, how much I give to you guys, how much I give to little Maggie dog, how much I give to my husband, Mr. RG, how much other people have given to me, how much you guys give me your time. Time is one of the most precious things. That's for sure. Looks like we're repairing a record player.
I only had 1 day left before I had to catch my train and leave Bellariva behind. I couldn't go without saying goodbye to Carmen. So, that evening, I made my way to the cafe. It was unrecognizable. She'd done it. Best
Oh,
food in
congratulations,
Bellariva.
Carmen.
Half the town was outside waiting to see what the fuss was about.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Maria! My favorite sous chef. Come on through.
It was Carmen, acting every inch the successful cafe owner she deserved to be. Even Helena was there, serving the coffees.
Oh,
This was the
good.
last place I expected to see her after yesterday's drama.
Her little touch of sophistication and organization might just be what Carmen needs, too.
Carmen led me through to a balcony upstairs, where she brought out an old record player.
I found out where Helena was on the day of the festival. She was selling her camera to clear the cafe's debts. But then she didn't have much left for herself.
Oh,
So I've asked her to come and stay with me for a while. We have a lot of catching up to do.
wow. Something that was so precious to her.
I wanted to give her this, to cheer her up. We listened to it all the time when we were kids.
So she chose the thing that was most precious to her, and that was her sister. Oh,
Do you think it has one last tune in it?
yes. I would love to bring some music to the cafe. Let's see what we can do.
Okay, let's see what happens when we turn this on.
All right.
The speaker isn't connected properly. I should check the wiring.
Ah, okay. Let's see. Do you have any screws we can take off, or do the pads come off the bottom? Doesn't seem like it. Let's take the record off. And the top pops right off for
The
us.
problem? This wiring isn't connected properly.
There we go. All right, let's take a peek. We've got the sound wire going to the proper place now. We have the turntable. Looks like it's working correctly. We're missing a wire here, though, it looks like. And, here? Let's see, let's give it a turn. Looks like this one actually needs to go here.
If I turn the volume up, I should be able to hear it now.
Let's go ahead and pop this back on.
The speaker isn't connected properly. I should check the wiring.
Ah, let's try again. The speaker isn't connected properly. Ah, here we go. That's what we
I
missed.
think that should do it. This record should play beautifully.
Let's give it a try.
It's spinning the wrong way. How can I get it to play in the right direction?
Ooh, we don't want it to play backwards.
Let's see if one of these spares can turn things around.
Let's go ahead and pop these back off. And we need a brand new motor. Let's take the belt off. Looks like a 7B6. We've got a 715 and a 7W0. U5. Both are U5s. What did that say? Oh, it says on the bottom the 7W. Okay. Let's put the belt back on. And we can reconnect this. Now. Let's see.
Well, it's playing in the right direction. I should check it's turning at the correct speed.
What will remain of the smiles, the ones that stole my heart that day?
Some nice jazzy music for the
The
cafe.
record player's crackling tune must have caught Helena's ear, as she appeared a few moments later.
Is that my old record player? I can't believe you've kept it all these years, Carmen.
Leaning over the music, they looked just like the young sisters the slide projector had preserved all these years. Inseparable, once again.
Ah, it's so
Carmen
lovely.
told me about your camera. That was a really generous thing to do.
I loved that camera, but I love my sister more. Now it's her time to be the person she wants to be.
How sweet.
I'm going to stay here with her for a while. Make up for lost time.
Carmen and Helena's relationship wasn't suddenly going to be perfect, but they were both prepared to try. And to think, it had all started because of a call Carmen made about some seasoning tips. I guess in the end, maybe it wasn't so hard to just pick up the phone and dial. I hadn't spoken to my own parents in a
Ooh,
while.
it's a long time.
I wanted to hear their voices more than anything.
I think it's time for us to make a call.
But the silence between us was so cavernous. I didn't know how I'd ever find the words to bridge it.
That's hard. Ooh. Father's reprise. It's like a jewelry box or a special keepsake box.
My final morning in Bellariva, I received one last call out to Joseph and Izzy's house. I knew I had to pack, but I figured I could squeeze in one final job before I had to leave.
One last one.
When I arrived, I found Joseph tidying up his wilderness of a garden. The playhouse was already cleared. Inside, I could see Izzy happily testing out her screw driving skills on the back of her cassette deck.
I think we've inspired someone.
You've made quite the impression. Izzy, tells me she's going to be a repairwoman like Maria.
I'm sure she could be anything she wanted if she put her mind to it.
Absolutely.
She could. She's a brilliant child. Spending the day with her at the festival, I haven't had so much fun in ages. I wanted to give her something before she starts to forget.
Inside, the house was transformed, flooded with light and the sounds of the garden. It felt alive again. This would be my last repair in Bellariva, but it felt like it was the house that had really been restored.
It's a music
Oh,
box.
the music
It used to
box.
play beautifully, but now when I wind it up, nothing happens.
My mom has a music box of a blonde young woman in a blue dress. And it was always sitting up super high where I couldn't reach it, and she almost rarely ever played it. But I love that thing.
I'd love for Izzy to hear it sing again. Can you help?
It's got a picture of them in it. Oh, I'd love to. Let's see. Where can we start? Shall we start by unlocking it? Ah, okay. I see a screw. I see another screw. All right. Pop the frame off here.
Maria, could you add this family picture of us?
Absolutely, I can. That's beautiful. Yes. I would love to. Let's glue it in. There we go. Very nice. And that should be all for the top portion. Let's take a look at the innards and see what we can do. There we go. So these little keys, these little finger-looking things in the middle, they are hit by these little projections on the copper-looking wheel, and that's what creates each note as the wheel is turned. Let's see. Here we go. Some important bits down there on the bottom. And let's give this a turn, and we've got to take out some screws here. Right. Now we can take the base off. And the components can come out. Let's set the housing over here and take a look at the actual musical part.
The mechanism is completely broken. I'll
Eh.
need to take it all apart before I can fix it.
Yeah, it's the music, the roller there needs replaced. Okay, let's see. Take that out. Let's put the new one right back in. New wheel here, new wheel here, and one last one to connect it all together. Let's give this a try. Aww.
Perfect. The mechanism is good as new.
Let's get it all put back together, shall we? It took me a minute. It took some time to just be quiet and use my brain to think a little bit. One more piece. I had a feeling that we were missing a little something. And we were. It's another bird to go with the other one.
That's everything back together again. I should play it to make sure.
My wife used to sing the song to Izzy each night before bed, but I always worked too late to join them. Will you dream a dream for me if I sit by your side and hold you so? I've missed so much already. I want to be the father my wife wanted me to be. I've ended up so much like my own father, working all the time. Izzy needs me more than that, especially now it's just the two of us.
I'm sure she's proud of him making the choice to
My daughter
change.
comes first. Well, until she gets bored of her stuffy old dad anyway.
never ever get bored of you, Dad.
Izzy came running into the room where Joseph scooped her up and onto his shoulders. She gazed at the music box, her eyes shining. I'd never seen her look so happy.
Thank you, Maria, for everything. The things you fixed for me. I'm so glad to have them back.
Aw.
Joseph was a good father, and I could tell he was determined to be an even better one. When it came down to it, that was all any of us wanted. A second chance to make something right.
I agree.
My time in Bellariva was almost over, but before I left, I knew there was something of my own I needed to fix.
We should make that phone call. Maybe go home. Take a break. Spend some time with our parents in their shop.
My time in Bellariva was almost at an end. Another chapter finished in a story whose ending I hadn't felt ready to write. The people I'd met, the items I'd restored, they'd taught me so much about what was really important. Pulling out my suitcase from beneath the bed, I remembered the day I stole it from my parents' shop, the day I left. Afterwards, I was too ashamed to call them, to apologize. It was a guilt I'd been carrying around every day since.
Wow, she just up and left?
As I packed, I knew that it was up to me to find a way to lighten the load.
Time to pack up again. Oh, maybe some toys from Izzy?
Helena gave me these designer shirts. Not sure I'll pull them off as well as she does. Joseph's idea of light reading for the train. It does look thorough.
We're still carrying our picture with us. That's good.
My parents would love Bellariva. Maybe I can convince them to make the trip.
That would be nice.
My train ticket. I can't believe it's time to leave Bellariva behind.
Carmen gave us her recipe.
The recipe for Carmen's special. I'm under strict instructions to guard it with my life. Izzy gave me this in exchange for my repair manual. She'll be a pro in no time.
I see.
The soundtrack to my travels. I'll be listening to this on the journey.
And of course, headphones to listen with. Back to the Adventura Classic, where we all started.
My suitcase was full, but it was my heart that felt heavy as I made my way to the station. I was sorry to be leaving Bellariva behind, but I hoped that in my own small way I'd made a difference.
I think we did.
Helena and Carmen's reunion was possible because they'd learned to overcome their differences. Joseph had realized he shouldn't let his grief or his work get in the way of his relationship with Izzy. They'd each learned to see things from someone else's perspective. Maybe it was time I saw things through my parents' eyes. I knew it would be easier to jump on the next train, put even more distance between us, but I finally felt ready to talk to them. I just didn't know if they would feel the same.
It's worth a try, though.
Did I even remember their number? I wasn't sure until I reached for the phone and it all came flooding back.
Let's dial.
Mom? Dad?
Maria? Is that you?
I hope she goes home. What a wonderful little story, guys. Oh my goodness. Absolutely heartfelt. I think I'm gonna call my parents today. Make sure they're doing okay. See what's going on and make sure to thank them for all that they have given me. What a good experience. I hope you absolutely loved Assemble with Care. Oh, one last thing. Carmen's... a letter from Carmen? Let's see.
Dear Maria, Carmen here. Sorry I haven't written. The cafe's been absolutely manic since you left. Luckily, I have Helena here to help. You wouldn't recognize her. She's like a new woman. She's always running around, taking orders and making drinks. I even heard her compliment a customer on their outfit. Personally, I draw the line at fluorescent green bowling shirts, but each to their own. It certainly made the customer smile. She misses the city, though. Bellariva's many things, but it's definitely not as chic as she'd like. She said there was a coffee shop near her old apartment where they made coffee with a shape drawn on top.
Oh, maybe that's something she can bring to the cafe.
I'm thinking, I'm an award-winning chef. I can figure out how to put a leaf on a cappuccino.
Uh-huh.
Cosmopolitan coffee might be just what Helena needs.
Indeed.
Of course, ordering a new coffee machine was the easy part. I wish you could have seen the mess I got into trying to put the thing together.
Oh no. Can we do one last favor for Carmen and Helena? Ah, let's do it, guys. One more fix for our friends in
I saw
Bellariva.
Maria use her screwdriver a million times. Taking this apart will be easy.
Oh, this is Carmen doing the work. Ah. Take the top off.
These pipes look pretty simple. I should start with them.
Oh boy. Ooh. Looks like we need to connect the orange pipes, right? This one looks a little difficult. Maybe that one there?
Wish Maria was here. She'd know how to put these pipes together.
Just one at a time. We'll figure it out, right? It's not quite right, is it? Okay. We'll figure it out. I think I have these going the wrong way. Here we go. And then we need... I think that one actually is where it's supposed to be. That there. Yeah. Got some percolation happening.
Finally, no more steam.
Yeah. I think we got it. All right. So looks like we also need to put in a... Yep, there it went. A little control panel and some wires. So we want power to power, right? That's all taken care of. We got green lights everywhere. Very nice, very nice. Pop the top back on, maybe? And can we put the bottom back on? Oh, we've got some more stuff to hook up. Okay, let's see. Oh, no. Okay, I can't remember what was what. What's the 1, 2, 3? Let's give this a turn. And go a little deeper. I think that'll help. Aha! We need... All right, so coffee needs to go to 2. And that one to 3. Oops, who did I unhook? Number 1 was power. Here we go. I see all green lights. All green. Let's put the sky back on. We should have a working machine. If I stop taking things off by accident. There we go. And the top. Give her a spin. Things look to be working properly, though. That's good. All right.
I think that's everything. Better test the buttons, just to make sure.
Yeah, let's do another test.
All done. Piece of cake. Time to make my first coffee, I think.
Oh, we get to make a coffee. Okay. We need this here, right? And then we can put our cup and we have to do our press. Where do we put our press? Oh, right here in the front. Okay. And then we can hit the water button. All right.
Smells delicious. Now to make it look magical.
There we go. Right. Are we ready? Ready to make some art? Oh. I don't know how to make art, guys.
A perfect coffee. All it needs is a saucer
It's perfect.
and a couple of Helena's favorite biscuits.
1 dot. Can I do like a... Oh, okay. There we go. There we go. A nice little heart and some biscuits. It's cute. It took me a couple tries, but that's okay.
I was feeling more has-been than coffee queen by the time I'd made a drink fit for human consumption. It looked a bit, postmodern, but knowing Helena's refined tastes, I hoped she'd think it was intentional. Always the connoisseur, she didn't even bother to look at it at first. She was so busy wafting it under her nose. Steamed up her glasses, of course. How was she going to see my work of art through an eye full of fog? When she finally spotted it, though, she was totally impressed. I'll admit, she spent several minutes trying to figure out exactly what it was.
It's a heart, Helena.
She decided it was probably a horse. Well, what she doesn't know won't hurt her.
We gave it a good try.
She was impressed enough to ask for another one. I guess I'll need to get some practice in. The whole thing was such hard work, Maria. I never realised how difficult it was, all that mechanical stuff.
It truly is.
It made me realise how much I have to thank you for, so I wanted to say that now. Better latte than never. Hoping you're well. Your friend, Carmen.
Ah, so good that she made a friend. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, and that is the end of Assemble with Care. We got to repair so many things and give folks a chance to repair, you know, whole relationships. That's just absolutely awesome. This kind of refreshed me. I needed a little break from the work of, you know, playing all these demos and checking out new games, and this was a nice little refresher. I'm really thankful that I took the time to give this one a chance. Check out another video for me right here on the screen, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!